Do you see it as an upgrade? You got to consider the Kendall Fuller too. Do you see it as an upgrade, downgrade, a complete wash? How do you see it?
I see it as as a complete wash. At the end of the day, I think we talk about it every time on the show. What are our expectations for the city of Washington? Everybody's all up in arms, like going backwards. Like, dude, we haven't won anything, and we won. And I think this is a good move because not. Is probably not a better player. I mean, I think Kirker is a better player if he's younger because he's younger, not just because of the skill set. But I just believe that the Redskins, couldn't make it happen with Kirk. And when you have a talent like Kirk who really does, he wants to be there, but maybe it's unknown if he wants to be there, you might have to let that guy go and see and go to the market, go to Cleveland, go wherever he wants, and just kind of cut your ties with him and bring in a new fresh quarter. So I like the move. Full of good counsel kid. I think he's a good player, but at the end of the day, I mean, the Redskins had to make a move for quarterback.
Right, I agree with you, and I'm glad that you kind of say that because I think a lot of people are acting like Kendall Fuller, like this Hall of Fame guy or this critical. Absolutely, you got to have that piece. If you don't have it, you're doomed. I mean, you want to have him on your football team, of course, but you need a quarterback more importantly. And so I thought
question.
The necessary evil maybe to get rid of him, unfortunately.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, there's a lot of good cornerbacks and guys you can get that are nickelbacks, and everybody's like, oh, he's a top nickelback. Like, okay, he's not the top corner. I mean, we're not dying without him. I love the kid. The interesting thing, what happens with Breland and what obviously could happen with Josh Norman. If they keep it Norman, I think they should, or if they're going to let him go to free up some more cap space and really kind of change the team around.
What do you think they do at 13 in the draft now that quarterback's off the table? Probably. Although it's the Skins, you never know, but we would expect them to go somewhere else. What do you think they do?
You could potentially go another defensive player on the D-line. Maybe if the kid from NC State is there at defensive end, maybe you go there. You always be using another pass rusher. I think it was great with the guys you got from Alabama last year, led by Jonathan Allen. But in the back end, you can go in secondary. You can get a Fitzpatrick from Alabama if he's there, or Ward, there's a Ward from Ohio State. If one of those guys got a ball to that position in the back end.
Are those guys corners?
Corners,
yes.
Cornerback. I'm sorry, those guys are cornerback. Fitzpatrick is cornerback at Alabama. Denzel Ward is a cornerback at Ohio State. So both of those guys.
Where are they rated?
Very
they're the top two corners.
So they're going to go in the top 13.
Yeah,
probably.
One probably could go even top 5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the kid from Ohio State, he can run an unbelievable time, and he can run. And Fitzpatrick, obviously, everybody knows him from Alabama. So I think you can get one of those guys at the end. I would go to the defensive side of the ball. If it was me, I would draft that, and in free agency, you maybe pick up some help for Alex. I think we best on the receiver position letting Pierre and Deshaun go. I think that hurt us. We need to get that back. We need to get one of these guys out there on the market. And that's what I think the Redskins should do. I do like the move. I think Alex is just going to bring – he's a class act. He's a smart kid. You're not going to miss a beat. I think there could be a chance that, Kirk could be at Cleveland. Now, I can see that happening, even potentially Denver, or you never know what happens in the situation in Arizona. But he's going to land somewhere, and they're going to give him his money.
I'm starting to turn on Kirk a little bit just because it's just become so obvious that he had no intention of signing here, and I was just dumb enough to always think that they could woo him. But I mean, there's stubbornness on both sides, I guess. If you were in Kirk's shoe, I feel like he should have released a statement or something by now. How come we haven't heard a statement thanking everybody for his time in Washington? And I know that'll come, but why haven't we heard that yet?
Well, because technically the decision hasn't been made. He's not. I mean, Alex Smith is here, but until he signs somewhere else, that's when the statement is made. Hey, fans of BC, I love being there. I had a great time. Dan Snyder, thank you. He gave me a lot of money. I'm happy to be there. I was happy, and that'll come. And I think you can't force that on Kirk. It might be a little shock factor too. And as a player, you're thinking, well, you never know until it happens. Now, when Alex Smith is signed there, now he's like, okay, it's real. I'm going different, and there's a little shock there, I imagine, for Kirk.
Yeah, Jason was wondering if he thought that he and his agent knew this was brewing. I'm going to say no. The Redskins had no intention of telling him, and it seemed like it happened pretty quickly.
I bet he had no idea this was coming. And I bet you the Redskins, the organization has been working on something like this or considered this move. I mean, Kirk had all the leverage, and now he doesn't with those guys. So this is something that an organization needed to do. I know people, again, are upset about Fuller leaving, but, I mean, we needed a quarterback here in Washington. We can't take 10 steps back. I mean, obviously, people were thinking, well, can we draft a Baker Mayfield at the 13th pick, or who's going to be – there's several quarterbacks that's coming out this year, but I like to move on to get Alex Smith, the guy who's proven. You get a couple years under contract. You get a 4-year deal. And, I mean, you can get two great years, 3 great years, possibly even 4 great years out of him and build your team around him.